There's more than one way to skin a cat. Not that I hate cats, but I prefer dogs. But there is more than one way to skin side control. Now, presumably, slowly as George is passing here, okay, and he's going that way, I know he's going to get past the legs here. I need to control that arm and keep moving. As you see, it's hard for him to get past right here and keep recentering himself, controlling that arm, going here, moving the hips, shoulders here, controlling that arm here. I can move that and I can begin to control. And notice how just instinctively my knees and elbows are more together. Because if I'm like this, literally, it's like, you know, you're weak. Whenever your knees go past the hip line right here. So if he pulls them down, you sit up, okay? Yeah. So it's harder for him here, and then you're able to go and then open guard. And still, look, elbow and knee connected, more or less elbow and knee connected here, open guard, right? So, just I forgot about all that. And miraculously, George passed my guard. Oh. So this was framing the hip right here. I don't even have my arm here because his head's down. So if, especially with his knee up here, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move my hand here and I'm just gonna grab his knee. I'm gonna push it out, okay? So all I'm gonna do right here, rotate this way, right here, is this. I'm pushing his knee out, okay? And I am pushing my knee into his thigh. All I'm gonna do is push him back towards his feet and force him to push off of his right foot. So as I go this way here, he pushes off the right foot, and I get here. And from here, you're able to recover a half guard. And on the way back to closed guard, if you want closed guard, potentially have hooks. But what happens here is I get even here, okay? This doesn't really feel like much, even though they should think that you're gonna put him back in the guard right here, but he shouldn't be able to really move his knee freely here, because you strain that your arm. And all I'm gonna do is, yeah, because look right here, if he pushes off of his foot with the right foot on the mat, yeah, see how the knee comes up? Okay, so it makes it easy to recover a guard, or half guard, right here. But he's gonna be on his knees, trying to take up that space. So all I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna bridge, okay? And I'm gonna push it back that way. So instinctively, his right foot is gonna push. The second it pushes, I'm just gonna lift his knee up just a little bit and slide my knee under. Because if he puts his right foot on the mat, see it right there? See how he, just a little bit. It's almost impossible for him to keep pressure on the knee, down on the mat, if he pushes off with his right foot. Keep your right knee down and use your right foot to push. See how hard it is to keep the knee down? And now just keep your knee down and don't push. So now it's harder to lift. So I have to do this. He pushes off here, and I frame that knee here as my knee goes right in through here. Yeah. Now from here, if you notice, I have a hook on the inside here. Why am I going to go to close guard when I can begin to elevate here and feed him some mother's milk? Yeah. Mother's milk is better with a hairy chest and no rascal. So look, so you're here, his head's down. You can't quite get in there, okay? But you got here, move your hip away, straighten out that arm, and you're here, okay? Now this foot is gonna do this, look. It's gonna push you to the right, he pushes back in. 1, 2, right here, okay? Now from here, okay, he's gonna have a lot harder time to get past. Even if he jams this leg here, you're able to now begin to lift him. And I'm blocking this arm here. If he pulls out his right arm and poses it, I get back into the closed guard and it fails. But I'm not side controlling. This is when you can't get this arm in, but you got this one in here. Even with that leg down, with that left leg down, okay? Grab the knee here, and push it. And your leg's kind of flat, and you're on your right side. From here, I'm gonna push him towards his right foot. So here, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And again, if you look, the elbow and knee are reconnected right here. So he's got that space to take it up. Now from here also, because you push this leg, because you were in here, okay, immediately blocked here, brought the knee up and the leg here, it's gonna be a lot harder for him to put his left hand on my knee to pass, because this hand is here, which enables you to lift, turn, and potentially get him out and a sweep, okay? So one more time. This way. So when his head's down, I kind of can't get my arm, and I'm like, okay, I got this one in, but I'm gonna go here. So push this here, and now all you do is you can have your hand here, you can just shove it this way. You're like, 1, you push this. 1, 2, frame it, and here. Even if he keeps walking to the left, I keep pushing. In the worst case, you have the guard. So, and you have a straight arm lock because his hand's behind the head. So whenever the hand is behind the head, and you're here, you're in here, move your head back, and now he's gonna have to do something. And now you're here. Now you have back access. Put that hook in here. Okay, so you're gonna put your right hand on the knee. One last time. And straighten it and push it into your thigh. This hand right here. If you can just lift it, okay? But I'd rather get a push-pull, because what happens is, and make sure this is connected, because when you push him that way, his reaction is to go this way, and you get a nice little window of opportunity to immediately push your knee through this hole right here between his left elbow and left knee, because you see that space is separate. So as I go here, I go 1, 2, 3, and then just go up like this. In the worst case, you put him back in the guard. Okay, 1, 2, 3.